The day I became the most loathed man in Silverwood Heights was the day I claimed its greatest power. $500. That's what Patricia Vaughn and her homeowners association fined me for fishing with my grieving daughter. They didn't know I had 4 million reasons to fight back and enough grit to use every one. If you're watching this on your phone, hiding from those mind-numbing HOA meetings, drop a comment with your hideout. This story will glue you to the screen. I'm Lucas Harper, and until 2 months ago, I was living what many call the American dream. I spent 15 years in corporate finance, selling my stakes in fintech startups to retire at 42. But life reminds you money isn't everything. My wife, Sarah, lost her battle with breast cancer last year, leaving me to raise our 14-year-old daughter, Mia. Grief nearly broke us. Fishing was our only escape, the last thing we did together before Sarah's health failed. So, I sought a fresh start near water, a place to heal. Silverwood Heights seemed ideal, upscale homes, top schools, and a stunning 6-acre lake at its heart. The realtor mentioned an HOA but called it standard, lawn care, paint colors, nothing major. I missed the warning when she hesitated, saying, Patricia Vaughn, the HOA president, is passionate about property values. I'd dealt with tough personalities, how bad could one neighborhood official be? I found out on a quiet April morning. Mia and I were fishing off the community dock, her first real smile in weeks as she reeled in a bluegill. A sharp voice cut through the calm. What are you doing? A woman in her late 50s approached, dressed in pricey athleisure, her platinum blonde bob screaming authority. She clutched a tablet, her face like we'd defaced a monument. Good morning, I said, staying polite. Just fishing with my daughter. I'm Lucas Harper, moved to Elmwood Drive 2 months ago. I offered my hand. She ignored it, tapping her tablet. Mr. Harper, fishing is prohibited in our lake. HOA violation. I'm Patricia Vaughn, president. She said it like royalty. The fine is $500. Mia froze. There's a mistake, I said calmly. The realtor said fishing was an amenity. Patricia's smile was cold. The rule changed last month. We emailed everyone. Ignorance doesn't excuse violations. She showed a document, Amendment to Lake Usage, dated 4 weeks ago. We never got that email, I said. I oversee communications, she snapped. Check your spam. I'm not responsible for residents who don't read. My jaw tightened. Why ban fishing? The lake's stocked, bass are right there. She eyed our gear with disdain. Environmental and safety concerns. Hooks harm wildlife, and bait smells disturb residents enjoying lake views. Her tone was loaded. This wasn't about rules, it was personal. We're careful, I said. Catch and release, we clean up. Her face hardened. Mr. Harper, Silverwood Heights has standards. This isn't a public fishing hole. Long-time residents expect a certain ambience. Newcomers often struggle with our culture. The jab was clear. Mia sniffled, her safe space ruined. We'll pack up, I said, arm around her. Send me the fine and rules. Patricia's smile was triumphant. Wise choice. Check your email next time. She strode off, her sneakers silent on the manicured lawn. Why was she so mean, Dad? Mia asked, wiping tears. We weren't hurting anything. I had no good answer. Some people love rules more than people, sweetheart. Let's go home. That day, I checked my email, no notification. Digging into the HOA, I found Patricia had been president for 8 years, running a luxury real estate firm. Her social media showed lake parties with wine and music, no ambience complaints. HOA documents listed the lake as a shared amenity, not fully HOA controlled. That evening, seeing Patricia and friends at the lake gazebo, wine in hand, I muttered, they want to play rules. Let's see who owns this water. Next morning, I met Arthur Coleman, a retired lawyer walking his dog. Mentioning Patricia, he grimaced. Met our neighborhood dictator, huh? She loves her fines. He invited me for coffee, revealing a bombshell. The lake's owned by Crestview Development, the original builders, he said, showing documents. They leased recreational rights to the HOA for 30 years. That lease ends in 2 months. My interest spiked. What then? Crestview could renew, sell to the HOA, or another buyer. Most residents think the HOA owns it. But Crestview's in financial trouble, and Patricia's angling to buy the lake for her firm, not the HOA. She planned to limit access and build luxury homes. The fishing ban was her first move. Arthur introduced me to Evelyn Brooks, a retired banker who'd faced Patricia's bias. Over coffee, Evelyn shared a database tracking HOA actions. Homeowners of color get cited 3 times more, she said. New residents get hit hardest. Patricia's shell companies buy properties after her fines force sales. We found 6 homes flipped this way. The lake was her big play, $7 million from lakefront condos, enabled by relaxed environmental laws and city hall ties. Crestview's debt made the lake a cheap sale. I rallied allies at secret meetings, Evelyn's house, the library, a bakery's back room. Residents shared stories, fines for holiday lights, pool bans for foster kids, invasive inspections. Patricia's tactics were clear: target, fine, drive out. Our group grew to 30 households. I dug into Patricia's finances. Her real estate empire was overleveraged, the lake deal her lifeline. Evelyn suggested waiting for Patricia to overcommit publicly, then strike. I met broker Daniel Park, who confirmed Crestview's desperation and Patricia's shaky $300,000 offer. She's got a 60-day exclusive window, Daniel said, but they'd take a better cash deal. I offered $350,000, all cash, closing in 7 days. Crestview's exec, Mark Sullivan, was stunned. That'll grab our board, but Patricia's got City Hall pull. I grinned. I'm counting on it. I bought the lake via Harper Holdings LLC, hiding my name. Patricia, sensing trouble, unleashed fines, $2,000 for weeds, mailbox height, even my approved garage door color. Mia's bike in the driveway got a violation in 15 minutes. Allies faced similar harassment. Mia came home crying. Classmates, spurred by Patricia's allies, called us troublemakers. I nearly sold, but Arthur stopped me. She's driven out 6 families. Don't let her win. The lake sale closed before Patricia's big HOA meeting, where she pitched a $50 monthly assessment for lake upgrades, her purchase fund. Her PowerPoint promised elevated prestige, hiding her condo plans. She smeared me as a disruptive newcomer. Evelyn stood up, only to be shamed with an old, resolved tax issue. Another resident, Clara Ortiz, was silenced with a business permit threat. I stayed calm. Her lake deal was dead. When Crestview told her the lake was sold, she confronted me. What did you do? She demanded. I know you talked to Crestview. I played coy. Heard it was sold. Hope you know the new owner. She hissed, we'll sue for access. I shrugged. Lease expires in 30 days. She paled but bluffed, the community won't stand for this. I shut the door, smiling. Patricia's desperation peaked at her original homeowners' lake party, excluding newcomers. I crashed it with Arthur, Evelyn, my attorney, and a deputy. Grabbing the mic, I said, I'm the lake's new owner. You're trespassing. I flashed the deed. The HOA's lease is terminated for maintenance violations. Patricia's face collapsed. You can't. I have, I said. Deputy Carter will ensure you leave in 15 minutes. The crowd scattered, many glaring at Patricia. Residents whispered support, she had it coming. I posted "No trespassing" signs, hired security, and held a press conference, announcing a fish sanctuary and kids program. Tests showed algae from lawn chemicals, neglected by the HOA. Patricia's lawsuits failed. Her fines and lien attempts fizzled as residents turned. Clara exposed Patricia's biased spending at an HOA meeting. An audit revealed misappropriated funds. Patricia's allies quit the board. I offered free fishing passes for kids, excluding HOA leaders' families until they resigned. 3 board members, including Patricia's crony Helen, quit within days. Patricia's final blunder was caught on camera, pouring chemicals into the lake to fake pollution. She was charged with trespassing and environmental tampering. HOA finance probes uncovered fraud. At a community meeting, I proposed a lake trust with conditions: new HOA leadership, fair rules, ethics committee. I revealed I'd bought 20% of the community's mortgages, including Patricia's, offering low-rate refinancing if reforms passed. The vote was nearly unanimous. Patricia resigned, facing lawsuits and investigations. Her home sat unsold, her reputation toxic. The lake, renamed Sarah's Lake, became a community trust, open to all. Mia and I hosted a fishing day, families united, kids laughed. On the dock, Mia smiled. Mom would be proud, Dad. I hugged her. Of both of us. A year later, Silverwood Heights inspired HOA reforms nearby. I funded a scholarship in Sarah's name. Beating a bully means rewriting the rules. If you're facing an HOA nightmare, know the rules, wait for your moment, and strike.